In this video, we're going to be covering proven Facebook ad strategy for landscapers and hardscapers. More specifically, this is going to be on luxury outdoor living spaces and hardscapes. With these methods, these 7 tips I'm going to go over, we were able to generate over 1.2 million in potential projects in 3 weeks for a new client with a new ad account. So let's get right into it. We're going to cover how to disqualify people who can't afford your services, how to target wealthy homeowners who can afford 10, 20, 100K plus patios, outdoor kitchens, and fire pits, and how to target people who are actually ready to buy. So the 7 things we're going to cover are taking competitors' ads, the best campaign structure you want to run, disqualifying people who can't afford your services, having an instant speed to lead, targeting rich homeowners, letting Facebook do the heavy lifting for you, and how you can achieve brand consistency for easier closes on customers. My name's Owen, and I'm a co-founder at Eastman Strategies. We work with home service businesses to book them more jobs with wealthier homeowners, and here are just some of the results we get. So here's that new campaign we started for our landscaping client. We got 31 leads at $40 a lead in about 3 weeks, and these leads equal to a little over 1.2 million in hardscape work. So this represents potential revenue with bigger jobs completing in spring 2026 and some pending proposals. At this point, the ad account is planned to scale with more spend so that we're able to get more leads, but the client needs to hire first to expand their team. And here's a look at that ad account. We have a little under $1,300 in spend to get 31 leads at about $41 per lead. And down here is a screenshot of the client's CRM. So we have about 1.2 million in hardscaping jobs sitting in the pipeline right now that the client's working through. So before we get into these, I just want to say that the 6th tip we're going to go over is the most important. So this is the one that's a little counterintuitive, and it goes against how most people say to run Facebook ads. And this is what's really going to make or break the quality of the hardscaping leads you get. So you're going to want to stick around for that one. Real quick, if you want to work with us to see if we can help you get results like these, you can book a call in the description below. In that call, we'll go over our system for getting you 10 to 15 hardscaping jobs per month, where you only pay for jobs that close. And again, those details will be in the description. First thing we're going to be covering is taking competitors' hardscaping ads. And we're not literally going to take them. We're going to get inspiration from different parts. So maybe one ad has a good headline and another has a good image. You're going to combine these and test them in your own ad account. The tool we're going to use this is the Facebook ads library. In this tool, you're basically going to be able to see any ads that your competitors are currently running. So if I were advertising poolscapes, I could look up poolscape and I'll see what people are currently advertising right now. Now, this isn't the most helpful thing without applying the other thing I'm going to go over. We want to be able to look at ads that have been running for at least a month, just as sort of a way to feel out how successful they've been. So we'll set this at a month back with the filter. So we'll put in July 18th, and this will show ads that have been running that long. So by looking through these headlines, this kind of copy, and these images and videos, you can get a sense of what's working in the market right now and use that for your ads. While you're looking through these, you also want to keep in mind who that ad is actually targeting, as in what audience it is. We'll go into this a little later on, but if an ad's messaging says something like 50% off all hardscapes, act now, that might not attract the customer that you actually want to serve in your business. So you want to use the ad library whenever you're making new ads, and you want to check in with it very frequently to see what the market is actively buying. Up next, we're going to be going over the best campaign structure that you can use for these ads. So 99% of the time, you should only have one campaign. You want to focus on only this one campaign and get the ads in this campaign really good before you start making more. So this campaign can be for one service like patios or hardscaping in general with 3 to 4 of your main services. But regardless, you only want to have one campaign to start. So inside that one campaign, you're going to have 2 ad sets. One ad set is going to be for your winning ads. So these are ads that are proven to be good and consistently bring in good jobs at a profitable cost per lead. And one ad set is going to be for testing new ads. And then ads proven to be winners in this testing ad set get moved into the winning ads. At this point, you can make a new batch of ads to test and remove the losing ads that didn't make you profit. So how to actually do this testing? Your testing ad set is going to consist of 3 different creatives. So that's an image or a video, 2 primary texts, and 2 headlines. All of these combine to make 12 unique ads in your testing ad set. So when you do it like this, Facebook's not going to be overwhelmed with combinations to test, and it's able to use its AI effectively. You only want to test one thing at a time. So that means if you're testing an angle like customer testimonials, you shouldn't have primary text that talk about wildly different things and creatives that contain both images and videos. And here's the visualization of what that campaign actually looks like. So if we're advertising patios in campaign 1, we're going to have an ad set of winning ads. So we'll have winning ad 1, 2, and 3, and we'll have a testing ad set as well. So in that testing ad set, we'll have 12 unique ads made up of 3 creatives, 2 primary texts, and 2 headlines. So all of these combine to make 12 unique ads to test. So once those are proven winners, we'll move them over to the winners ad set, and then we'll make a new batch of ads to put in the testing ad set. So as for how leads are received, you always want to use lead forms or website forms. This is going to allow you to control how qualified leads are with the amount and the type of questions. You don't want to be using messenger leads or boosting posts. If you do this, you can't control who messages you, so there's no qualification there, which we need. Next, we're going to go into disqualifying people who can't afford your service. So this is extremely important for not only saving your time, but it also allows you to only deal with wealthy homeowners, and it also teaches Facebook what a good hardscaping lead looks like. If you let everybody fill out your form, Facebook is going to think this is good and this is what you want, and it's going to keep sending you these type of people. So in general, the more questions on your form, the more qualified your leads are going to be. If someone has to jump through a bunch of hoops to get a quote or consultation from you, they're going to naturally care more and be more interested in your service when they come out the other end. You can compare this with a form that just needs name and phone. Anybody can fill this out easily. You should have questions in this form like what services they want, budget, timeline, address, phone, email, etc. If you're finding that the leads you get aren't serious, you can add more questions to your form. Your cost per lead is going to go up, but these people will be more serious in your service. You also want to get Facebook to work for you. So based on the budget question, you can also disqualify people and further tell Facebook that you don't want these type of leads to teach Facebook. Facebook uses one of the most powerful AI programs which knows everything about you to show your ads to the right people. You need to help it by giving it data and teaching it what a good lead is. You teach it what a good lead is by disqualifying non-interested people and people with a low budget, and Facebook's going to get better and better at getting you leads for wealthy homeowners who are very interested in your hardscaping services. Next up is having an instant speed to lead. So leads are 21 times more likely to turn into a job if they're contacted within 5 minutes. But the issue is Facebook ads need to run 24/7 to work properly, and you're not going to be on the phone 24/7 calling leads. So the solution we implement to this is instantly texting and emailing the homeowner with software, letting them know their form was received, and we'll call them ASAP. So this way they get that confirmation and they're ready to be called, and the call doesn't come out of the blue. So this is going to lead to a higher pickup rate. Next up, we're going to be getting into targeting rich homeowners. So lots of people try to set up targeting in Facebook to go after rich people with things like top 10% income, audience interests with stuff like cars, planes, travel, and high income areas like specific zip codes. And this usually fails for one simple reason, and that reason is you're not smarter than Facebook's AI. Your targeting has to be done with the ad itself. So this means you must advertise what your audience cares about to attract that audience. This is because Facebook's going to learn over time which type of person engages with your ad the most. So if I want to get hardscaping leads from wealthy homeowners, I would make my ads about quality materials, custom professional design, trust, good communication, all things that they would care about. If I want to get hardscaping leads from price shoppers, I would make my ads about discounts and special sales that end soon. Facebook's going to show your ads to people that are most likely to fill out your form. You want to make sure to target the right people with your ad messaging. Next up is letting Facebook actually do the heavy lifting. So Facebook uses extremely powerful AI that knows everything about you and your life to predict if you will engage with an ad. Do not make the mistake and think that you are smarter than it. Don't use retargeting, lookalike audiences, audience interests, or any of this to start. You don't need to worry about this. Facebook knows the best people to show your ads to get hardscaping leads. You just need to give it feedback on what a good lead actually looks like, and it's going to get better and better. Using retargeting means you think you know better than Facebook who would want to be shown your ad. Most of the time, if you retarget someone who didn't engage the first time, they're not going to like being shown your ad again. Using lookalike audiences means you think you know better than Facebook who to target based only on a tiny group of people. And using audience interest also means you think you know better than Facebook who would want to be shown your ad. Your targeting to start should simply be your service area and ages 30 to 65 plus. And this is just because younger people don't own homes and usually aren't in the market for these services. The final thing we're going to cover is brand consistency for easier closes. So everything online about your business, so that means your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your website, Google business profile, should all look professional and consistent with each other. So when wealthy homeowners click your ad, they're going to research you online. If your branding looks scattered or cheap, you're going to lose credibility right in that moment, and that close is going to be even harder. So things you should keep consistent are your logo, colors, messaging, your project photos, your tone and descriptions of projects, and always have your customer testimonials visible. So wealthy homeowners investing 10 to 100K and upwards of that need to trust you, and consistent premium branding makes them feel confident choosing you over competitors who look unprofessional online. So if you found this valuable and you want help implementing these strategies to book more high-value hardscaping jobs, we'd love to work with you. Details in the description. And if you're doing this yourself, don't wait. You want to start implementing these tips today. Go check out your competitors' ads, fix your targeting, and add more qualification questions to your forms. The hardscaping businesses that act fast will get ahead, while others keep struggling with low quality leads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.